Good afternoon or good evening, good morning, whatever time you're watching this video. This is going to be it's a 9-minute video. I'm going to narrate the whole thing. Oh joy. I just want to give everybody a clue as to what's going on here. I like to play, we usually play the music, but so here we go. This is the other part of the regulator. The farm has been around since the 1800s. I guess one family has had it for a long time. So what we're doing here, this is another section. It's like a 63-acre section that we were doing. Right there in the center is a slough. We started the other side. There's a blue hole at the very far side. Over there, you'll see that in a little while. But the customer wants to keep some of the stumps. So I pulled a few of them on that first field that's farther away from us, and the slough is full of water. It's like a wet area, wetland. So we don't want to mess around with that. So we jumped across it, and we're in this middle field right here. We have 1, 2, 3, like 2 or 3 fires burning right now. 3 fires, and more to come. We have we got our excavator, our loader, and we have our dozer, our 650 out there right now. I am in the excavator, trying to do this whole video from the excavator. I got the drone flying around. What a neat piece of technology we get to play with every day. It's kind of cool. It kind of breaks up the day, and it gives other people perspective. Especially, I'm doing this for the client. I like to do that for all my clients, free of charge, to show them how we're progressing and what their property looks like. Because very seldom do you ever have the opportunity to do that. Now across there is the blue hole, and yeah, okay, that was quick. All right, here we go. If you look straight ahead, the river, the Chattahoochee, is right at the very end of that field. We're going to head that way now with the drone. This first little section here, where there's a truck parked, that was the first section. We started here. The blue hole is right underneath us, right there. Right there. Okay. And the other field across from to the right upper, that's the SP Reynolds field. That's where we started this operation like 2 months ago, and we went all the way back, the 35 acres worth. So here we go. I am flying backwards and sideways to try to get a good perspective on the property. I'm paralleling highway, I guess it's Highway 2 in Florida, and I guess this is 91, but we're not over it, so I don't want to violate the FAA rules flying this little aircraft around. You see where the other field is done, and we're continuing to go back towards the river. We're going to stay like 30 feet off of the river. Let me see here. Okay. And there's the highway on the right, obviously. It's 91 in Georgia and turns into 2 in Florida. And what we got here is, this is a lot of blowovers. You can't really see them too well because Hurricane Michael came by and destroyed everything. And there's 91, and there's the Chattahoochee. So that's as far as we're going to go. So I'm going to turn the drone around and get a better perspective looking back towards the field. And I think it's a pretty good perspective, so we can see how much we've done, and of course how much we got to go. We've been working, this was like last week. So we are actually about 3/4 of the way through right now. We only have maybe 4 or 5 more days to go, provided we don't have any breakdowns. We have breakdowns In fact, the dozer's down right now. The water pump went out, so we have to deal with that. Change the thermostats, and it's always frustrating because the customer thinks sometimes that, man, what kind of company did I hire? His stuff's breaking down. But if you're in the land clearing business or heavy equipment business, you're going to break down. It's just the way it goes. We have a mechanic on board, but we had to call in the big guns for this. We wanted to get it done quick. We had a 2 week off, I think 2.5 weeks off, where we brought the one of the machines in the shop to do PM work, and we actually took on a couple more employees, which are turning out to be really good guys. And let me see here. Okay, if we stop it right here, you'll see a bunch of black stuff. There's to the right, lower. That's where we're at right this very minute. Actually, we're further past that, towards the riverside. And let me see. Yeah, we'll see it right there. Okay, where that road starts turning to the right upper, that's where we're at right now. We're literally 4 days away from being done with this property. If we wouldn't have the breakdowns, we would have been done. Of course, we took that, like I said, we took a little over 2 weeks off. Didn't really want to. It just kind of circumstances necessitated us to do that. So we did, and we are moving with the quickness right now. We're backed up a lot of jobs, but once I'm on a job, I'm committed to the customer. We're not going to leave until we're done, unless for whatever reason they say, you know what, we need to come back later, whether finances or maybe some weather. Like this property has flooded at one point, but not while we're there. There's my loader. That's actually a rental. We have another one identical to that. That's in the shop. And I can't wait to see that bill. And people wonder why it's so expensive to do land clearing. It's actually pretty inexpensive considering all the things we have to do, the liability. And it's a pretty dangerous job. Sitting in a machine for 8-9 hours a day, getting bounced around. Thankfully I have some younger guys working for me. They can endure a little better. You'll see a flock of cowbirds or egrets. They're picking up frogs and rats and mice and snakes and stuff. You'll see here in a little while they attack my camera. They attack the drone, sort of. Like I said, this breaks up the monotony of the day. I could just play music like I have been, but I like to give a little more commentary to let you know where we're at and how we got there. And here's a low angle. Here we go, and then zip right past them. And there we go. So that's pretty much it. We're going to continue on with this property, and I hope the landowner likes it. And he is able to enjoy his property a lot more now, and he can really do whatever he wants to, plant trees or I de-stumped the first area that we saw, about 90% de-stumped, and I got 100 or so stumps out of there. He didn't ask to get that done, but it's something I like to do. And anyway, that's that. So thanks for watching. See you next time.